Maybe you had to compete against a train with him? Okay, ready? Oh, yeah, there we go. Local Tea Party activist, local patriot, veteran, and American, Fritz Pfister.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fritz Pfister, and I am an American. Because there are so many political candidates speaking here today, I don't want you to become confused. I am not running for anything. As an American, I'm not running from anything. Today we are here because there are those in this nation that have embraced a perverted view of our Constitution and founding principles. Those who say the founding documents of this nation are old, tired, outdated, and that the founders intended for the Constitution to be a living document that can change with the times. I beg to differ. If the Constitution is a document that can be changed at the whim of a politician, a political party, or the revisionist, activist judges they get appointed, we then have no Constitution. Liberals say restore our Constitution. Nothing's happened to our Constitution. Well, they're right. Nothing has happened to the text of the Constitution other than through lawful revisions we call amendments. However, liberals in power today aren't really saying restore our Constitution. They are really saying ignore our Constitution because any means justify their ends. Although I am not a constitutional scholar, I can share with you what the Constitution means to me. The Constitution was written following the writing of what I call America's birth certificate, the Declaration of Independence. To me, the Declaration of Independence tells us who grants people their rights, our Creator. Then in their wisdom, our founders wrote a contract between the people and the government called the Constitution that spells out clearly what the government cannot do to the people in order to protect the people's rights. A set of negative rights, if you will. Negative for the government, but positive for the people, such as our right to assemble and speak freely here today, both of which, if following current trends, could soon be gone. A question for you folks. Will you ask those who support deviation from our founding principles because they declare they are outdated, how can one progress beyond all men are created equal? Ask them, how do you improve upon the ultimate freedom, individual liberty? Our president has stated, quote, "The Warren Court did not break free from the essential constraints found in the Constitution in order to redistribute wealth. I believe in redistributive change for America," end quote. Mr. President, I disagree with the premise of your progressive ideology. You can keep your change, and we'll keep our rights and freedom in the Constitution that protects them. Quoting Ed Morrissey from the American Thinker, the government does not exist to determine the acceptable level of wealth of its individual citizens. For government to assume that role, it would have to end private property rights and assume all property belonged to the state. That ain't my America. I can't quote the Constitution word for word, but I can tell you what the Constitution does not say. The Constitution does not say that our government should punish success and reward failure. The Constitution does not say the government has the right to bail out or take over part or all of the private sector. The Constitution does not say The government can disregard its first duty, which is to defend this nation, leaving the borders open and porous, placing Americans in peril. The Constitution does not say those who break the law by crossing that border are entitled to benefits from the people's treasury. The Constitution does not say that we have separate classes of people based upon the size of their pocketbook. The Constitution does not say you have a limited right to bear firearms. The Constitution does not say just because you were born an American, you have a right to another citizen's property. The Constitution does not say which American has the right to free speech and which one does not. The Constitution does not say the government can mandate you purchase insurance or be punished. The Constitution does not say how a builder must build a home, dictate to a farmer how much dust they can kick up while they're harvesting, how much CO2 you can exhale today. Cannot tell you what kind of car to drive, what kind of light bulb you got to use, what type of energy you got to use, or tell you what you can eat. The Constitution does not say when you die who gets the fruit of your life's work. Today we gather to restore our Constitution, to shine the light on those who ignore the Constitution, to reel in a bloated, out-of-control federal government the founders intended to be limited, led by a president and a Congress that are spending us into bankruptcy, weakening our national defense, and destroying our free market economy. This following the previous president and Congress that also enlarged the size of government, spent recklessly, increased the deficit, gave us TARP, and then gave us tax cuts with an expiration date. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter the party, from this day forward, we the people are now awake and will hold candidates accountable for their actions in office. Our Constitution does not say because you were elected president, senator, congressman, or if you are a bureaucrat or a czar, the Russian word for king, or a cabinet member, that you are now the ruling elite and can ignore the Constitution and trample upon individual liberty, deny property rights, dictate how one must run their business, dictate private citizen pay, or make your health care decisions for you. The arrogant ruling elite in power today who look down their noses at you, the people, need to learn a lesson this November that the Constitution does not grant them the power to dictate to you how to live your life. Leave us the hell alone and allow us to pursue our own happiness. How have we gotten to this point in America today? Because by whatever name they go by, be it liberal, independent, progressive, or moderate, they have been successful at infiltrating our classrooms, aided and abetted by a complicit media, resulting in misinformed and uninformed voters. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to elect people who support, not distort, the Constitution, and restoration begins November 2nd, 2010. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless America, and God bless our troops serving around the world.